How y'all doing today? Welcome back. I hope y'all are doing blessed. I hope y'all are happy. I hope y'all are doing what you gotta do to get better, improving your lives. Just think like this. Just start out start out with something good. Start out with something good. And then always try to improve it and make it better. And one step at a time, it'll always get better. Even if it seems like it may not be, you're one step closer to where you want to be than where you started. So always think of it like that. Every step that you take is a step towards improvement, even if it may not seem like it is. Trust me, it is. It is. And you know, you always gotta think of you always gotta think of things like that. Just try to improve things in your life every day if you can. Because the things that you have control over, try to improve on those things and make them better and be a better person for it. Don't try to don't be a victim your whole life. Don't. And so that's essentially what I want to talk about today. you know. So with that being said, we gonna get into it. Everything happens when it's supposed to. Understand that, and it'll never be new. All I can do is control what I can control and feel through things but never be told. Don't always just do what you're told, because things could get worse when I get old. How do you survive in a world so cold? You gotta start taking risks and start being more bold. Sometimes being hesitant and passive doesn't help. Sometimes you have to actually go for what you want and be what you want to be. Like, you always got to be what you want to be, but sometimes it's better to go for what's yours. And if it's not meant to be, then it won't come to you, or it won't work, you know. But, you can be like, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. I had this conversation with someone I had this conversation with my sister, and we talked about you know sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Don't overthink things, and because if it's not meant for you, no amount of overthinking and no amount of trying to force things to happen will make things happen. None of that's gonna work. None of that's gonna work. If it's meant for you, it will come. It will happen. If it's not, there's nothing you can do about it to make it happen. It won't happen. It doesn't matter. So you really gotta understand that things will happen when they need to happen. Maybe you didn't need to see it at that time. Maybe later on it will happen and you'll see it with your own eyes. You'll understand why things happen the way they do. Maybe just not right now, because maybe you weren't ready to see it. And maybe later on you'll see it, because that's when you're meant to see it. If you have a problem with somebody, or something, and you just complain about it, or you just frustrated about it, and you don't want to do things to change that, that could be a problem. Because you can say things about it all the time, but if you don't try to make the effort to change the outcome, then there's no point in even talking about it, because that's kind of a waste of time. That's kind of a waste of time. So whether you want to talk about it or not, you know, if you're not willing to put the effort in to find a solution to make it better, then you're going to get the same result every time. And obviously, you don't want that result. So you can't expect to put the same effort in to get a different change, because that's called insanity. That's called insanity. And the only way to make change is to change your the only way to change the outcome is to change your effort, to change your mindset, to change your perspective. That's the only way to get any change. If you see something happen that you don't want to happen, maybe it's because of the way that you're going about things. Maybe you need to change that approach. Change what you're doing. Ask yourself, why is this happening? What are you doing to make this thing happen? And if you see what you're doing is not working, then change what you're doing. It's that simple. Change what you're doing. I've had conversations with certain people that, I care about, that, you know, obviously it's easy for me to say you need to make that change, but if I'm not making that change in myself, then it's kind of, it's not it doesn't have the same impact as, you know, or I wouldn't be coming at it from the same point of view as I would be if I did do it, if I did put the effort in, if I knew exactly if I knew exactly why it should be like that. If I knew exactly what the point of making that change would do. If I knew that there was a certain change that would come about from doing something different, which most people should know, that the only way to get something different is making a change in what you're doing something different in your life, because you get what you give. So if you give something different, you're gonna get something different. If you give the same thing, you're gonna get the same thing. So it really doesn't matter how much you talk about it. If you don't do anything different, you're not gonna get anything different. Man, and it doesn't matter how hard you that you talk about it. Like, it doesn't matter. You still have to put the effort in to make that change. You have to. Look, you have two choices in this case. You have two choices. Either you accept people for who they are and understand that, and not be upset about it, or you do be upset about it and do something different to make sure that you're not upset about it. Those are your only two options. That's it. I'm gonna have another video up in like 3 days, 3 or 4 days or so. Not 4 days. Not 4 days. That's too long. 3 days. Cause it keeps ending up coming out in 4 days, and that's too long for me. So I'm gonna say 3 days. 2 to 3 days. Let's say. Cause I want to give y'all time to actually, if y'all didn't see this video, I want to give y'all time to see this video before you see the next one. I don't want it to just keep going up every day, because then you're not gonna know. It's just gonna it's gonna oversaturate my content, and it's gonna bombard you with so much that you don't know what to do with. So I don't want to overwhelm any of y'all. So I just want to get my point, my work across in a way where you can see it, where I give y'all an ample amount of time to see certain things, and then you can see the next thing after that. So yeah, we'll see y'all in 2 to 3 days. Yeah. Alright, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to see. You know, comment if you want to see something. Comment, you know, if you like these type of videos, or if you want to see something new, or, you know, leave whatever comments you want to leave in the comment section. Hit a like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new and you want to join the crew. You know, even if you don't, I won't get bruised. I won't be black and blue. Because your response, I always knew. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you're new. See y'all later. Peace.